Local laws and regulations. Every city, county, and sometimes neighborhoods can have STR permits. These are licensing requirements that cover occupancy laws, primary residency rules, caps on how many STRs are allowed, rules about what type of STRs you can run. Is it the entire place or is it a shared room only? We will dive deeper into law and regulation in week 2, but for now, I want you to understand the importance of law or the ignorance of law does not protect your business. You are responsible for that. Knowing your local rules, operating within those rules, reviewing permits and licensings as required, income targets, and reverse engineering your goal. Now, let's talk money. I want you to set a clear monthly income target for your STR business. Ask yourself, how much would I need to make a meaningful difference right now? Is that $1,000? Is it $3,000? Is it $10,000 a month? Now, write that number down. For example, let's say your goal is to earn $5,000 a month net income from STR rentals. If your property can realistically net you $800 to $1,500 a month after all expenses, then that's $1,000 net per unit, and you would need 5 units to reach your goal. At $1,250 per unit, you would need 4 units to reach your goal of $5,000. Now ask, how many units do I need? Am I using 1 unit or am I building a portfolio over time? You see, this academy is designed for people who want to learn more and want to build generational wealth, not just about making money. This academy is for people who want to pay debt, who want to be an investor, who want a new job and to replace their old job, to want to leave an inheritance for their seed. You see, now I'm going to give you an activity. Get a piece of paper and a pen. Write down your target income for the month. Now, look at it. Now ask yourself, how many units will you realistically need to get you to that goal for the next 12 months? Now write that same thing down for 3 years. Then I want you to write, I'm committed to treating this like a real business so that my business can treat me like a real owner. Now, congratulations, the vision is in place. Market research, laws, and analysis. Before you can pick property, you got to pick a person. Short-term rentals are not just about beds and bathrooms. They're about people. Why people travel. What do they value? Why are they willing to pay more? We call this your guest avatar. Ask yourself, is my ideal guest a traveling nurse, a corporate professional, a couple on a weekly getaway, a family visiting for graduations and holidays, groups coming in for events or games? Your avatar will determine the following: the location, how you design your unit, the amenities you provide, and the pricing that you set. With each platform you use. How to research your market. Market research is how you answer. Is this a good place to start an STR business? Where am I going to look at? These are all great questions. Tourism. Do people actually come here? And why do they come here? Are major employers here? Are there hospitals here? Corporate office, universities? Those are critical infrastructures. What about events? Are there recurring events here? Or are there seasonal events here? Year-round events? You know, you have to ask yourself all of these questions. So we're going to get on Airbnb together. We're going to search your target together. And we're going to find similar properties to look at, and we're going to do what we call comps, which are comparables. And we're going to look at the price per night. We're going to look at the occupancy. We're going to also use tools to help us analyze these things. We're going to review what guests are saying. So I need you to document these top 5 things. The highest performance bookings, we're definitely looking at that. And what they have in common, such as design, amenities, locations, etc. Okay? Now, let's discuss laws, permits, and staying legal. You're getting to talk about laws, and I need you to lean in a little bit. Cities care about safety, the noise your guests are making, taxes, and, a lot of other things. So, again, you're going to know what your city is looking for and its ordinance. So, we're going to get down to the basics. And all that is short-term rentals allowed here in my city or not? So, is it only allowed for primary residences? Or is there a cap on how many STR rentals I can own? What about the zones? Am I in the right zone? Or was I doing legal for this zone? And am I in compliance? So you're going to understand step by step about how permits work in each zone, how licenses operate, the taxes you'll need to pay, and the penalties you'll face if you break the laws and get caught. So this is the goal. When you launch, you can say, I know the rules. I'm managing my risk and I'm not guessing. So before you pick a property, you must pick a person. Write this down. You don't just create a listing, you create a solution for a specific traveler. This is where the most beginner hosts fail. They will try to serve everyone and they end up serving no one well. So if your STR business guest avatar determines the location, the price points, the amenities, the decor that you use, it will also be important in your marketing tools, even the platforms that you listed on. So let's walk through the most common avatars. Avatar 1, traveling professionals. My favorite, nurses, because they stay for a long time. So basically, you have traveling nurses, corporate consultants, tech workers, remote workers on assignments, things that they value the most. They definitely got to have operational Wi-Fi. That would be a problem. They need a workspace with a desk, a quiet environment, proximity to the hospital or their corporate centers. They're willing to pay a little bit more for this convenience and for the privacy you're providing, the cleanliness and the reliability as a host that you give them. Avatar 2. This avatar are the families. Now, examples of different type of families, you have visiting families in the area from out of town. They're coming in for the holidays, graduations, and even weddings. Now, they value cleanliness first off top, trust me. Safe parking, washer and dryer, of course, for longer stays, a full kitchen, child-friendly features. They often stay around 3 to 7 nights for the most part. Homes with multiple beds are highly important. The more beds you have, the more money you make. Avatar 3, couples and solo travels. Now, this is what they're coming in for. Weekend getaways sometimes, for Valentine's Day. A lot of them can be content creators, tourists, and some of the things they value is the aesthetic design. They really love great photos that pulls them in. Confidence, comfort, and abundance. Proximity to attractions. These guests usually put their eyes first on a property. Next avatar is groups and event goers. So these people go to festivals, sporting events like the Super Bowl, concerts, they go to conventions, and the things that they're really looking for is the location because they want to be closer to the event space. So they look for larger spaces because they come with people. They look for parking. Is it free parking or paid? They're looking for an easy check-in for the most part and great communication from the host. They pay premium rates during high demand weeks when everybody's in the city. Let's do an activity to build your avatar. Now you're about to build your avatar. Answer these following questions. What type of guest do I want? Why are they coming? How long did they stay? What annoys them? What delights them? What amenities matter the most to them? Write this in full sentences. This is your STR blueprint. It is time to stop dreaming and start analyzing. Market research, where is this question? Where's the location? Is it profitable? Yes or no? Remember, location, location, location. Remove your emotion, just data. Now here's what you're looking for. Step 1, identify demand drivers. Using Google Maps plus local websites, search for airports, hospitals, corporate centers, universities, stadiums, military bases, tourist attraction, convention centers. Each one of these can feed your STR with guests year-round. I like to call them critical infrastructures. Step 2, compare, analyze on Airbnb. You get on Airbnb and search your exact area. Filter for similar bedrooms and bathrooms. Check prices. Look at calendars. What's being booked? What's empty? Study the reviews. Note what top performers all have in common and write them down. Now you're doing your comps. This is your research. And the top 5 listings, you want to know what they are and their nightly rates. You also want to peep their design style. How did they do their amenities? Why is their ratings so high? You got to look at these things. What is their availability? Do they have a lot of days left or they booked up? Patterns tell you exactly how to market this property. Step 3, identify your weekly listings. So weekly listings is your opportunity. Look for listings that have bad photos, poor communication reviews, weak or outdated decor, no amenities, no clear brand, no system. These properties still get bookings, but it's only weekly, right? So imagine what you could do with the excellence of knowing what you know, you can have your calendar booked out year round. Legal compliance and safety. Family, lean in because we're about to cover not just what's glamorous, but will keep you in business. A lot of people get excited about STR because of the money, but without taking the time, it's a ticking time bomb if you don't do this right. So revenue is optional, compliance is mandatory. You can have the best decor, the best photos, the best pricing, and guess what? The HOA can still say no. That's the problem. Today, I'm going to teach you how to think like a professional, like an operator, and not just a hobby, but as a professional host. So when regulations exist, and they will, this is how you deal with it. So before you sign any lease, you better know the numbers. So make sure it's a good deal or a good investment.